Okay, everything set up over here. Still in our the space that we're recording in is not perfect, so if there were audio problems during the 358 Days Over 2 recording session, they're gonna persist for a little while.
Hooray! Don't worry too much about it, guys.
You're gonna be hearing basically the same issues during today as we watch the recoded movie, and also probably for a good bit of Dream Drop Distance too.
I mean, if anything, it's probably just a bit of echo.
Whatever.
We don't get too loud usually.
Joshua, my brother, is here today.
Hello.
With us. You may or may not remember him from such videos as our Let's Watch of E3 2018 and some other things. Joshua knows the plot outline of Coded, but you've never watched the movie. Is that correct?
I don't know anything about the middle 90% of this game.
Okay.
I know the secret ending, what it means, and I know the general premise.
Okie dokie.
My exposure to this is I saw a copy of Recoded at GameStop the other day.
Cool. So you don't know anything about this?
I know that Riku exists somewhere in this narrative.
Because I just spoiled it
a second ago. He mentioned
I said Riku.
So I know that's as much as I know.
I think I told you last time you heard about the background of the development of this game, at least, right? Or did I not?
You may have, but you may as well
you did.
for the people.
Cell phone game originally in Japan.
Yes. Oh,
this was an episodically released cell phone game
Off to a good start.
in the late 2000s. Let me put it this way: it didn't end in 2013. Like downloads for it were shut down in 2013.
Yeah, we took a tour of the Wikipedia.
This was for Japanese flip phones. Granted, Japanese flip phones naturally had a lot more power behind them. A lot more horsepower than a lot of international and American flip phones. Yeah. But this was go ahead.
I actually just heard Motorola announce that they're going to have a $1,500 flip phone that they're making with a touch screen that's like the size of like a normal phone, but it's a flip phone.
I better start saving up.
Yeah.
Does it have a physical keypad?
Yes.
All right, then I guess I'll buy it. That's all.
I saw that price tag and I was like, if it wasn't for that, I'd be buying one tomorrow.
Anyway, no. So my understanding is that there was because the internal corporate situation on these games is a little bit dicey in some situations where it's like Birth by Sleep was a game that just was like what they wanted to do next after Kingdom Hearts 2. It was going to be a PS2 game, but things just got derailed, and it was like, well, we can either do PS3 or PSP, and Tetsuya Nomura, midst Versus 13 and Crystal Tools debacle, said no, make it a PSP game. And then this was supposedly. Oh God!
Oh,
stop!
no.
I'm trying to get out.
Look at what you did.
Supposedly, Days was the result of Nintendo saying, "Hey, Kingdom Hearts is popular. That Game Boy Advance game was pretty popular. Can you do another one for the DS, which is even more popular?" And then this was supposedly the result of the Walt Disney Company Japan coming in and saying, "Hey, cell phone game's pretty popular in Japan. Can you make Kingdom Hearts cell phone game in Japan?" And this was apparently supposed to come out internationally as well, but this was literally designed with the mentality of the technology, the hardware will catch up to what we are making, and it didn't. So
there were very few things that could run it, from what you were saying.
Yeah, this was a similar situation where Final Fantasy Type 0, when it was Agito 13, was supposed to be like this incredibly sophisticated, the most advanced cell phone game ever, and it literally just melted any phone that they attempted to run it on. So they were like, I guess we have to make it a PSP game on 3 UMD discs instead. Because it was a multi-disc PSP game Type
and they
0.
were trying to do it on
Yes.
They thought Moore's Law was going to speed up exponentially, and then it didn't.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a miscalculation on Moore's Law there a little bit.
It's
So
too bad.
So basically, then this turned into, well, let's make this into we'll outsource this to the same people who did Days. We'll put it on the DS. We'll release that internationally. Thus, Recoded, similarly to Chain of Memories.
Yeah.
Though the very confusing thing about this one is that the title, the C in Coded, is not capitalized. That's official. The name is Kingdom Hearts lowercase coded.
All right.
I don't know why. It really does, in this way, read like a poorly composed email, reply thread, though. Because that's always the joke about the re thing that's attached to this and to Chain of Memories.
Goodbye.
But whatever.
Wait, are we actually
Yes,
starting?
I started.
Okay, good.
That's all I had to say on it. And here's the thing. I said this to you guys beforehand.
No lies.
we're gonna be talking.
Throughout the whole thing.
We're not gonna
Yeah,
be
we don't
pausing.
care about
There
this.
is so little to care about in this, but I don't. Whatever.
This is important though. Never mind, it's gone.
Oh man, uh-oh.
Oh,
Here's
man.
that music again.
Oh, man.
We better keep talking over all these
It's true.
cutscenes
It's
again.
true.
Yeah.
So the
Oh, I saw Agua.
Agua. Well, yeah, there were cuts of Lingering Will in there and other stuff, and now we're
Yeah.
seeing a bunch of Kingdom Hearts 1 stuff. So this is this
Coded
is
was 2009, yes?
well, Coded was a number of. Well, the DS version was like 2011 or so. I
Okay,
think.
so was the original version before frickin' Birth by Sleep?
I'm gonna get you that data in just a second, Joshua.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm,
Because I'm not sure.
I'm gonna get you the data.
I get it. All these letters flying
doing
around
it
like
live right
code.
Hold on a second, I'm working on it.
The
before you
code
go.
is flying out.
I'm gonna go
of
ahead and
Kingdom
pull up the
Hearts.
Wikipedia page. I should have done it beforehand, just
It
in
actually
case.
does not look very good at
No,
all.
it looks awful.
do
It
not
looks
look
like a
at-
freaking GIF.
Don't look at the letters.
Well, you guys, listen. This is literally just the scene that was the intro of the DS
Oh, it
game,
looks
like
even
ported
worse.
over. Said no, I don't.
But it's like
think
everything in the
life is
background
quite
is
this
fine,
simple.
and it's like it
Oh.
just doesn't meld well.
No, it
Epilepsy
doesn't.
warning.
Well, you remember we were talking
Oh,
about
God.
before. We talked about, I think, during the Days movie of like all these static effects. They started implementing them in Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 2 when they were like trying to fix Sora's memories.
Uh-huh.
It-
And then they just
It's
stuck with
so
it.
not the fantasy. I guess I don't know. People would argue that it's become the aesthetic of the series. This weird marriage of tech stuff and kind of
I would
weirder,
say it's
more
not
modern
because they
editing
haven't
techniques.
leaned into it hard enough because it's only there occasionally
Yeah.
so that you can be like, oh, that looks kind of strange,
And
but I
it-
guess
it-
they're still rolling with
It
it.
just doesn't fit with
No,
the
not at all.
setting at all.
Don't get me wrong, I love that sort of aesthetic.
I
but
do.
It doesn't match here. in my opinion.
I think it works in Kingdom Hearts 2 when it's the whole stuff about like Sora's memories like being obscured and messed up or whatever, but
I'm always a fan of like when magic and technology blend, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. when they
Not
use
really
this
feeling it.
when they use the static effects for Roxas forgetting
Yeah,
about
that
Xion,
looks really
I don't
good.
think that works as well.
Oh, I thought it worked.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like when static's used in these games. At least it worked in KH2. That's where I thought you were going.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
it.
I think it did work in KH2.
Okay, never mind.
Where it's specifically tied in with the technology of fixing Sora's
Yeah,
memories,
yeah.
whereas forgetting... I mean, it doesn't... It's not game-breaking. It's just a little bit distracting when it shows up at the end of Days and hasn't been there for the rest of it.
I guess you're right.
It's
That makes
always
sense.
easier to introduce weird things in the
At
beginning of the game when
yeah.
the audience is
Well,
receptive
honestly,
to new
when
ideas.
I started going, yeah, I agree that's good. I thought you were going to say KH2, and then you went Days, and I just kind of doubled down.
All
Okay,
right, that's
so,
the
hold
movie.
on. We'll wait for this. The intro. We should probably pay attention.
One to stop the darkness from spreading, and the other to put all the lost hearts back where they belong. To tell the truth, neither one was easy, but I sure was glad to be the cricket to write down what happened.
I will point out that Jiminy was talking a load of crap there because the mission in Kingdom Hearts 2 had nothing to do with putting all the lost hearts back where
Yeah.
they came from. Freeing Kingdom Hearts was entirely secondary. It was basically just done as a final middle finger to Xemnas.
No, also, I love how he has these two journals on, like, pedestals, and everything's gone from the first one.
Yeah.
And it's just there.
So you remember, the journal from Chain of Memories was totally erased,
Yeah,
right? Because of
except
the
for
magic.
Bang Nominee.
Yeah. Ooh. Wait, what?
What?
What? That's some more cryptic beginning of
And
Kingdom
also,
Hearts
also just as a
bullcrap.
point of reference, the version in the English is way lamer. Because the Japanese in Japanese, the English text reads, "You must return to free them from their torment."
Dude,
Ooh.
that was probably like the equivalent of a marathon for Jiminy to get from whatever room he was in.
yeah, it probably was.
I never once let the journal out of my
He had
sight.
to do that in a suit.
Okay,
That
so
sucks.
so he's implying that it wasn't always in there; it just appeared.
Yes,
in
it
there.
appeared while he wasn't looking, sometime between Kingdom Hearts 2 and right now.
Man, Mickey has really good eyes.
The hurting will be mended when you return to end
Sounds
it.
like somebody needs help and doesn't know what to do. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Seriously, how can Mickey read that?
All the other pages are completely blank.
Except for that other page you
The
had
words
that
you
wasn't
wrote are
completely
gone,
blank.
But that doesn't mean the journal is empty.
What are you smoking,
What?
Mickey?
What?
Do you know what you want to? Your Majesty! Everything's ready!
So I'm sure you've probably ascertained this by now from that, but like this is after Kingdom Hearts 2, right?
Yeah.
This is almost immediately after Kingdom Hearts 2. Sora, Riku, and Kairi are back at home, and
Excuse
they're
me?
hanging out here.
What?
That we're coding the journal, Joey.
Oh my god.
It is now all data.
What is this?
We have created true VR.
Listen, Joey, just because the writing isn't in the journal, there is still information contained within it, which we can extract in a matter of seconds.
It's like
to make into a matrix representation of Kingdom Hearts 1.
It's like Tom Riddle's diary. It's
What's
like the words
point?
just like bleed
Pay
into
attention.
the page.
We have to
and are
figure out how his words
processed.
got there. We have to analyze how the message got inside of the journal, Joey.
Something else we can try?
With no written documentation, this is the only option left to us.
Goofy, you moron.
Man, that's
Just because you did it that one time doesn't mean it's gonna work again, although obviously it is gonna work again or else this wouldn't exist.
No, they're gonna look for somebody inside of the worlds to do it.
Oh, my bad.
Lord.
To explore the data from the inside.
On the inside.
And I think we know just the guy to do it. Am I right, fellas?
Oh my gosh, these animations. They're just like, yeah! like moving around.
Well, these were all
saturated.
animated intro scenes in just be careful about kicking the table.
And not sorry, on the DS, yeah.
Yeah, on the DS. On the DS version
So
of the
we're
game.
getting data, Sora.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Radical.
Best OC.
Just be careful about touching
Yeah,
the
yeah,
table
yeah,
because
my
it will
bad.
cause
Yeah, my bad.
jostling, so it will mess up the noise.
See? Dale and I found a way to
Wait, does that imply that Data Sora has a heart? He's just doing dive into the heart.
No, it's just a representation of what happened. I don't know, maybe he has a heart. Who cares?
Okay.
Dude, who cares? Who cares?
all the journals.
What? It's like the 5th one we've had so far.
Not the same Sora we met on our journey before.
No, he's
No!
literally inside of a computer, you moron.
Was all recorded into
You're looking at him and going like he's a year younger. This isn't the same
This
guy.
isn't-
We
the same
remade
guy.
Sora using Vocaloid technology.
And since he's still Sora,
I love how this is like supposed to be for the audience to explain things to them, and it's like anybody in the audience, including like a dumb 8-year-old child, would understand this.
Yeah.
Yikes!
What was that about?
I got no idea.
Best tech guys in the industry.
Wait here. We'll run next door and take a look.
Wait, what?
Cut the hard line at the mainframe!
Cut the hard line at the mainframe! You were being sarcastic. Yeah.
Dale must have figured things out.
Excuse me, Your Majesty.
This is riveting.
What exactly is it we're doing here?
Well, you see, somebody left a strange message in Jiminy's journal. And the only way to find out who wrote it is by carefully analyzing every entry inside.
What was the message?
Their hurting will be...
Oh, curious.
Ooh,
Why not just say
What
the
is it?
message? Why do we have to cut that off in the script?
Isn't this
Someone in the monitor.
gorge. I thought that Sora was alone in there.
Oh no! It's Xenort!
I don't remember writing this in the journal.
How did you write about any of this in the journal? You didn't see any of this. It was just a dream that Sora had.
Hey, I've got an idea. Extract the journal and write, and Sora could beat anybody, and he was the biggest and the strongest,
Yeah.
and could shoot lasers and was invincible. And it's like, then he can just do all this easily.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so yeah, here's our premise is, folks, there is some kind of message in the journal that Jiminy didn't write that appeared magically. We have to, the only way to figure it out, since the pages are all blank, is apparently these pieces of paper that Jiminy Cricket was writing on also contain like terabytes and terabytes of actual representations of what happened that can be extracted into a computer.
Where could he have gone?
It's still there
I
somehow.
really want this to end with digital Sora coming to terms with the fact that he's not real. Like halfway through the game, he has a crisis. And he's like, "Shut up, Mickey! I don't care."
I don't care anymore.
Use my what? They didn't even have to give him the keyboard. They could have given him anything.
They could have given him
It could
Ultima
be
Weapon
like-
right here.
Here's a Colt 45.
No, this needs to be like that mission in Mass Effect 3 where you go into the digital world and have a digital gun to shoot the viruses.
No, they need to give you like Predator shoulder-mounted cannons, or like no, they need to give you like Metal Wolf Chaos style like weapon cycling that's all
Yeah.
shoulder-mounted.
Literally anything would work. Anything
Lingering Will
besides
showed
a
us
guy in
that
a
a
sword.
Keyblade could turn into a gun.
I think that has to do with your skill level.
Well,
Yeah, so
I
this
think
power
Terra
level
had
ain't
training.
near as high.
okay, but this is digital Sora, so just he had the
Right,
big
but
skills.
Yeah. Sora's only beaten Xehanort twice, and Terra couldn't. You know, his power level's way lower.
Technically speaking, Sarah did beat Zane.
Well, yeah, but he lost
It
the
didn't
cutscene.
matter, though.
That's the most important. Losing the cutscene is way more important.
But he
or
was
winning the
stronger
cutscene.
and beat him in a fight. That's my point. Is that technically speaking, he was big and strong. It just didn't
Not-
matter because he got shot afterwards by an instant kill shot, basically. He did kill Xehanort. That just wasn't. It didn't matter because Xehanort didn't need to leave that fight alive.
Oh no, it's viruses.
No, they're bugs, Joshua.
Wait, what?
They're bugs.
Wait, really?
Yes, bugs.
Who are you?
Bugs.
Bugs.
Bug.
You even know my name.
Man, I was kind of hoping
met
that the
somewhere
bugs would
before?
just be actual bugs. Like, you just see ants crawling along the ground in, like, this massive formation. And they're the final boss.
I do know you, Sora. And Sora knows me.
Why would you even do that to confuse
Yeah,
him?
I was about to say, why would you be
Oh
like,
my
you are not the
gosh.
real, you are a fabrication. You have no soul, and when you die, there will
But
be
you seem to
nothing.
know who I am, and we're friends. Is that it?
This Sora's so trusting. It's so.
don't understand.
I don't understand. This is the smartest thing Sora said in 4 games.
Okay, if the organization was doing this, to be like, hey Sora, you don't know us, but we're your friends, go fight the Heartless. Cage
Dude,
2
that
wouldn't
would've
have
worked.
happened.
I maintain the big problem with Kingdom Hearts 2 is if they get their hearts, what then?
Somewhere in that world you're in.
They have their hearts.
Like the only bad thing that they were hypothetically doing is forcibly turning people into heartless, which
they
only
would've stopped
only
doing.
one of them is ever shown to even attempt to do.
And they would have stopped doing immediately after getting hearts, most
Yes.
likely. 'cause
Don't
they would've
worry,
had no
I'm sure when the
motivation.
Neo Organization 13 is in Cage 3, I'm sure it'll explain what their
No, Cage
original
5, man.
what their original bad guy plan was.
I can't
Anyway.
wait until they pull off the black hoods and it's another black hood underneath.
So the pre-install episode of this was released on Docomo phones in November of 2008.
Okay, so this is pre.
Yeah, no, this started before BBS and Days came out, and then the final episode, which came out in 2010, was like, let's incorporate some plot elements from Days and BBS, which is why that intro where it's like, look at the pictures of, you know, look at the pictures of Aqua and whatnot, right, is a little bit disingenuous because that's only going to come up at the end, but whatever.
Was last seen heading to someplace called the Secret.
I don't know why I was
Someplace
expecting
called The
it to
Secret
be an
Place.
actual movie and not have these scenes.
But at least they added the
Yeah, I
Mickey
kind of
voice
forgot
acting,
about it.
as opposed to
I
the
kind of
nothing in the
forgot this
previous
was a
one.
game for a minute. It was just thinking it was a
Well,
bunch
it
of
really
cutscenes.
has felt like the intro to a game, now gameplay, but
I heard
not
it
now,
came this
not
way.
right here.
Well, you did notice that when we were fighting Heartless, there was actually a fight scene in the Station of Awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that is one thing that they quote fixed in this game is they were like, hey, so fans, what do you want us to do with the next one? And they were like,
cutscene.
put
Yeah.
fight scenes in the movie, you dingus. There's a road for the taking if what did that say? If you
It's
end
something
the
aching.
aching.
It was some kind of strange rhyme,
It was cryptic and doesn't matter, just
doesn't
like everything
matter,
else.
just like most Emily Dickinson poems. Ooh,
Ooh, burn.
That-
Sick burn.
That's a I'm in high school burn.
that's exactly what that is.
You need to make a blog about your hot takes.
What's that bright light?
It's light.
Ah!
What was your question there? I don't understand.
You've seen
What's
this.
not to understand about the light?
You guys have seen this happen before.
What just happened? Oh, I think I'm seeing stars.
You've seen him
You're
do it a
seeing
billion
worlds.
times.
You're seeing worlds, not stars, Goofy. Kingdom Hearts.
We
1
never
taught
talked
me
about this
that.
in Birth by Sleep, but something that pissed me off in that game.
What?
I don't know. It's not.
Oh, that's the same thing.
There's a new entry.
another. Oh.
There's a new entry. Somebody wrote it down. We didn't see it.
Oh my god.
Taking If you end our worlds...
Okay, so what pissed you off?
That in Kingdom Hearts, it is established and reiterated in the opening of Birth by Sleep that every star in the sky is a world.
Yeah.
And then there are 3 stars that are meant to represent Terra, Aqua, and Ven. Like they're like the blue and green and like orange colors. And when Ericus dies, Yensid says Ericus's star has gone out. So it's like, I guess there are also a couple of stars that aren't worlds and just represent anime, super important anime OCs.
God.
It's you.
Dude, that'd be awesome. You get your own star when you're born, and then when you die, it goes, and there's a giant supernova. Some funeral.
If you end our world.
Okay, Jacob, you gotta break it to us now. Is this entire game just gonna be a guy in a black cloak saying cryptic bullshit?
If I recall correctly, I don't even know if I recall correctly. If I had to make a guess, I would say that they put a cloaked figure in the first couple of episodes to say cryptic things, and literally didn't know what it was going to be until the final updates. Because this game was updated over the course of like 2 years, and how many episodes was it total? Like, I want to say it was like 8 episodes total.
Wait, you're saying Nomura didn't plan all
8 episodes, yeah. Well, the supposed, I don't know if this is true, but fans like to believe, like the fan urban legend is that he wrote the outline for the story of this game in one night after going out and getting drunk at a bar, and he went back to his hotel and just outlined the game. I don't believe that for a couple of reasons.
He must have meant this.
I believe it and don't believe it. I don't believe it because I'm like, it's hard to write a story in one night, even if it's a bad story. But I do believe it because if you're Tetsuya Nomura and you're trying to get Versus 13 off the ground and it's going nowhere, and you're trying to remotely direct Birth by Sleep, and also Nintendo came in and said make a Nintendo DS game, and then you just today Disney came in and said hey, cell phone game, and the execs were like do it. I would go out to the bar. I don't drink. I would go out, I would get drunk, I would write it in a night, and I would hand it off to somebody else and say do it. So that part of the story I do believe. I believe it from that perspective, I should say.
If I get rid of it, will the island be restored?
It's not a real island.
But it's his island!
But it's Datasaur's home.
Well, he's not real, so I guess
no,
it makes sense.
No, but he is real. He's real in our hearts.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Bugs!
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Boy. Oh, I was hoping it was
Dang it, I was hoping it was just
Listen,
going
I'm gonna be straight with you right now. I really think that they should have just done like a severely downgraded and with a lot of content cut, just like a remake of KH1 on phones.
That's what I would have done.
You know, do Destiny Islands and Traverse Town, and then like do like 2 or 3 of the Disney worlds, and just move plot elements around as necessary, and then do Hollow Bastion and the ending of the game.
Just do Agrabah, Neverland, and Atlantica.
And instead they decided, hey, we're gonna do a retelling of Kingdom Hearts 1 that is also inside of a computer and saturated with a bunch of new story stuff that doesn't complement the structure of going from these Disney World to Disney World at all.
So is it literally just the plot of KH1?
No, not at all, not at all. Because we got to figure out what the message is, dude.
Well, yeah, but do we just go to all the same worlds in the same order?
Not all of them, because there's only 8 episodes, and some of the episodes double up on worlds. I want to say, and we'll see if I'm right about this. If I recall correctly, the worlds in this game are, after Traverse Town and this, Wonderland, Olympus Coliseum,
Do you think Sora's all right?
Agrabah,
Wait, I'm tracking him now.
and then I think after that it's straight on to Hollow Bastion.
Really? No Neverland?
I don't think. Yeah. Well, again, it's not concerned about recapping the plot of Kingdom Hearts 1, really.
Huh.
It's recapping it in terms of aesthetics.
Oh my gosh!
More
This
hurt
is
than the
so
one
annoying.
we have just undone.
What hurt did they just undo? I'm gonna tell you right now,
my
in terms of
gosh.
in the context of hurts being undone, as we will discover what we must return to freedom from their hurt means by the end of the game, they did not just undo a hurt. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
But
They did not just undo a hurt. That's a good sentence.
Listen, you gotta when in Rome, okay? You gotta play by the rules.
Oh, hey, that's a outfit we haven't seen.
and
No,
Sam?
remember that. That's
Aunt
what Billy Zane in the first game.
Is that what he
Aunt
looked like?
Sam.
Yeah, before he stole Riku's body.
Oh,
But of course, the
man.
lighting in the first game is so dark you can't ever really see it. But that is his model. Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you smiling so? What is happening?
Okay, so Joey, this is where we must. I'm not going to pause it to derail this conversation. We're just going to have to talk about it.
Go for it.
Well, hold on. Well, I'll let them finish
Data
talking
was
first.
repaired, we should be seeing the things that were written inside my journal, right? But what we just saw, that never happened. Or at least I never wrote it down.
You mean I'm showing us stuff you don't know about?
Okay, so you remember, Joey, that I talked about when we were doing the secret ending of Birth by Sleep? The concept of, the concept of a fragmentary passage where it was like, I talked about the idea of secret information.
Yes.
The idea of things that were happening behind the scenes.
Yes.
Okay. This is the actual beginning of this idea of me talking about like Tetsuya Nomura trying to, I'd say him specifically, this idea of going back into prior events and trying to inject off-screen things in, right? Like you remember in the trailer for, so this is where things get really weird, right? Is that in the trailers for this game, we had shots like what you just saw, right? Where it was Riku on the island with the coat.
Yeah.
The main one that was in the trailers was you saw Riku on Big Ben with Kairi passed out behind him, right? During Kingdom Hearts 1, presumably when he's escaping from Captain Hook's ship,
and that's not in KH1, right?
That's not in KH1 at all, right? In fact, in the art for the original cell phone version of the game, Kairi is there and comatose, right? Like she's kind of like slumped over off to the side.
Yeah.
And so the implication of this was we're going to see.
Oh my gosh, this is so terrifying. Sora's just doing the bidding of this unseen overlord.
He's a nice guy.
You've done all you were supposed to do,
Well,
Sora.
like I said,
you have done well. Everyone you knew is
He could
dead.
be very easily manipulated.
Golly.
Go ahead.
Please watch out for that, Josh. I'm sorry. Like even the slightest touch around the foot is going to be a problem. Anyway, God, I'm losing my train of thought here.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie
So it seemed like, and there's another scene that we will get to later.
Yeah.
There was a scene in the trailers of where at the point where we just saw where Pluto awakes Sora up and he runs around the corner. He's like, "Whoa, I'm in a new place," right?
Yeah.
In the trailers, there was a shot where he comes around that corner in a Traverse Town. And Mickey blocks him, and he has the Star Seeker, right? He just shows up and he's carrying the not Kingdom Key D Keyblade, right?
Yeah.
All of our Final Fantasy friends.
This will be the last time they're ever mentioned. I'm right?
I got a question.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
When
Hold
the
on.
journal got all digitized, we found the old
I'll wait
entry,
until after this
right?
is done, and then I'll tell you about what I was going to say.
So, does that mean the Pluto that woke Sora up is the Pluto that...
Yes. Okay, never mind. Why are we listening to this?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Maybe he has a reason.
I'm wondering if there are data versions of all of us inside there too.
What's it matter?
I guess that's a fair
Yeah.
thing to ask to see if they'd see versions
I'm
of
glad
it.
that they're just now asking themselves this. I wonder if there's going to be a data ansem. We should
Why are
probably
they
think
asking?
about that.
Why are they asking if Jiminy knows this? As if he was the one who built this magical computer out of nothing.
Go get Chip and Dale because they obviously know.
They're too busy cutting the hard line at the mainframe. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is there's this scene where Mickey shows up and blocks Sora, and he says, "Wait, hold on. It's time for me to tell you the truth. I was here the first time that you were here, right? When you were here the first time,
Okay.
I was also here, right?
Okay.
So you have that scene, and you have Riku and Kairi on Big Ben, right? And so you go, oh, so the whole point of this being like a retelling of the game is we're gonna see hidden truths, right? Mickey was on Traverse Town during the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 at some point. We're gonna see what Riku was up to off screen,
Yeah, but
right?
that didn't actually happen, did it?
Okay, maybe I'm wrong about this. I am pretty sure that scene where you just saw him talking to the rucksack version of Ansem, I'm pretty sure that is the only thing in the entire game other than Riku on the clock tower with Kairi that is of that nature.
Well, let's wait and
Why
see.
is he just with Louie
Dude,
all of a
it
sudden?
feels so. On this level, you hang out with Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Sid.
That's sick.
Yeah, you hang out with Huey, Dewey. So I should say this. For whatever reason, all of the
Catch this L.
Yeah.
it's a Tetris block.
Hold this L.
L block
Sora.
for smash. L block for smash. So in
Oh man.
Where'd that one
They're
come
gonna
from?
combine.
Missed.
they're gonna combine in the DS version of this game where it's all just text, right? There's actually a lot of... Shut up. He knew it.
You knew it?
This is such bull.
Okay,
There's actually a lot of really, like, funny and humorous dialogue in the English localization of just the text in this game, where you can, in the DS version, where you can tell the localization staff just had fun with it, and the characters are like legitimately funny and goofy and riffing on the situations, which is completely not here because we have to match Japanese lip sync and just get out the exposition. But whatever.
Why do we...
I have not played Coded on the DS because by the time that it came out in the States, I already knew that it was a complete waste of time, so I didn't buy it. Because I had been reading fan-translated like story updates for 2 years to discover the nothing that happens in this game. So I had no interest in dropping $40 to experience the nothing.
Okay,
again,
so what is
right?
the gameplay like in the DS version?
Okay, so it plays. Imagine, so we've talked about how Days is a lot less stiff than whatchamacallit, Birth by Sleep.
Yep.
But the command deck system, the command menu system was already bad enough in PS2 and just really doesn't work in DS, where you got to use like X to shuffle through, right?
Yeah.
Imagine a even more fluid version of Days with a more balanced version of the command deck from BBS.
But that wasn't enough for you to buy it.
I didn't know about it. I didn't know about that until like way later, honestly. Okay. I play these games for the story.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's awful.
All right. Here goes.
Well, the other big thing was that the cell phone game and also then in the DS game, each world has, in addition to normal like generic gameplay that's across all of the settings, you also have specific gimmick gameplay, right? So I don't know what Destiny Islands was, but Traverse Town, you do 2D platformer stuff. I think that a lot of the combat in the cell phone game was played like kind of like a, I want to call it a rhythm game, but structured like Two-Finger Death Punch or whatever it's called.
Okay.
You know that I forget what it's called.
I don't know what you mean.
You know the game that I'm talking about. I'll put the name on screen, but it's that flash game of stick figures where it's just like you punch left and right and that's it.
Yeah.
And you just fight tons of goons off. Mm-hmm. Imagine it like that, except it's like D-pad on a phone to do keyblade combos on enemies that are coming at you from different directions, right?
Yeah.
So how many worlds did you say there were?
Like 5 or 6.
So we're like a third of the way done? Is what you're implying with that?
We're only 30 minutes in, dude. This is a 3-hour event. This is a 3-hour extravaganza like Lord of the Rings.
We don't need... Listen, we don't need to burn all our energy right now.
Oh, hold on, wait. Maybe there is another scene that I've forgotten about. Another secret behind-the-scenes scene. Well, this is a scene that we have.
This is enlightening me on brand new information about Kingdom Hearts.
We've seen this before. Oh, hold on, Pluto.
What's he doing? What is he up to?
I was wrong. There are a couple of other scenes. My mistake. I apologize.
New lore added.
Oh, and that's how he got.
I guess that just Okay, so... Wait, no, that doesn't explain anything. Wait a second.
Yeah, no, it explains
In Kingdom Hearts 2, Riku is the one making those portals for him.
That explains everything.
I guess...
Mickey made that one, using his dark
Wait,
powers.
what?
What? Oh, no.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I was wrong. There were more scenes of secret information from Kingdom Hearts 1, but I just forgot about them because they were nothing.
Why is he... Oh, this is KH1?
No, this is after Kingdom Hearts 2.
Why does he have a Star Seeker?
To put it in screenshots and confuse fans!
What?
When does this take place in the timeline? He has the Star Seeker!
Why?
I just told you why!
Oh man, Mickey, it sure would be great if you had a key that could unlock that door or something.
This is not our day.
I hate to say this, but we're trapped.
And it's like, the room just starts filling up with water. They just drown.
I love how he says there could be Heartless roaming the castle, not, wait a second, that's impossible because of the Cornerstone of Light, which is an established plot point in this series that was a major point in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Listen, they were hiding in his book the whole time.
Undo the hurt to unbar the way. That sounds like some Metal Gear bullcrap. That Gray Fox would say.
Undo the hurt.
We'll just have to keep going, preparing the journal's data as fast as we can.
You're not a very good king.
No, he's not.
Not very wise.
He's just like Trump. He's just sitting here with his Twitter machine all day, reading Fox News and CNN and seeing what people are saying about him at his computer.
I'm as worried as you are, Donald. But right now,
he's literally just reading about himself and saying that's not true. That didn't happen. That's fake news.
Or that's the realest of news, depending on what's being said.
Whoa, look at all these blocks.
Look at all these kings.
My boy.
Oh wow, they're
Wow, look at all those heads.
Those are the faces of evil. You must conquer each.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
thing I can think of is that maybe when you defeated the enemy in the keyhole, you were sent someplace else. I saw
So what I was going to say a second ago is that I get the distinct sense that as this game went on, they were like, hey, at the end of each episode, we'll throw in a little, you know, something that happened in Kingdom Hearts 1, right? And that'll eventually build to some big revelations. And I think that they just completely abandoned that as it went on, and they came up with something else to do.
They said, it'll make enough money, who cares?
It also, and also, again, it screams of the fourth project of an overburdened director and co-director who didn't want to make this in the first place.
Oh no, I'm sensing a new type of bug. The white bug.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I'll help in any way I can.
Oh my
I'll come
gosh.
and down whatever it is that you need me to take care of.
Okay, so
he's being catfished.
So no, what has happened is he's come to terms by now.
His fake girlfriend is asking him for money now.
Now listen, he came to terms with the fact that he doesn't
She's
exist.
not a fake girlfriend, Mom!
And now he's
Send me
like,
pictures!
and now he's like, okay, no, this world doesn't exist, but I'm gonna live my life to the fullest. And
Thank you.
I'm gonna live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Who, me? I'm Sora. And you?
Well, I'm...
What's wrong?
Oh... I really don't know why, but I can't remember.
I stopped talking there so we could listen to her for a second because she's,
The new voice actress.
Yes. Well, because the, so Wendy and Alice, in Kingdom Hearts, 1 were voiced by the same lady who played them in their original films.
And then she passed away.
I don't know if I imagine she probably passed away, or she just might not be doing it anymore. But basically, like, so she was a child actress who played a couple of these characters in these movies, and then went on to be like a teacher and stopped acting. But she wound up coming back to do these characters every now and then, which is just a weird thing to think about, like being 80 years old in a sound booth trying to do an impression of yourself at 13.
That's odd, yeah.
I mean, I get like it's really cool that she did that.
It's definitely super cool.
Yeah, because they sounded very similar in the in all the games they were in.
But I don't quote me on this. I don't know of any other instances since Kingdom Hearts 1 other than this where they've had to do an Alice voice.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that they probably cast the new, like, I'm sure Disney has a call list of, you know, official voices.
What's
for
an
these
inkling,
characters.
he says. I'm glad you asked.
It's a squid and a kid.
It's the one that can do 30% damage with that stupid paint roll move.
Listen, you're just bad.
I know. Trust me, I know.
I'll be back in a sec.
Oh my god, the salt!
Could this be an inkling?
We played Smash Ultimate some. Joey played as Inkling. He destroyed Joshua. He destroyed me a little bit too, to be fair. But I wasn't.
Destroyed you even more.
I wasn't
Just
as
shut your mouth.
But the difference is that I don't care, and you do.
Maybe it's Alice?
What?
She doesn't remember her name.
This Inkling is.
You aren't paying
Alice
attention
too.
because it doesn't matter.
You're right, my bad.
Okay, now here's something that should be noted, actually, right? You may be noticing something. We didn't spend much time on it, but we had a little bit of the Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Like, they hadn't have any dialogue, but there was still like the, hey, look, I got the MacGuffin, right?
Yeah.
And now here we are talking with Alice about her problems on this world.
Yeah.
You remember something about the Days movie, which was we cut around all of the domestic affairs. We cut around all of the subplots. We just stuck to the core content, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so little going on in Coded that they had to put the Disney stuff in.
Because otherwise it would have been 30 minutes long.
Well, it wouldn't have been 30 minutes long. Honestly, they could have made like an hour-long movie, but
Like,
for
that's
whatever
kind of
reason...
what I thought this was going to be.
Nope. Which is especially why I say we can just literally not pay attention to half of this.
I just hope we have 3 hours worth of stuff to say.
Oh, I'm sure we'll find something to talk about.
Between ways, one never knows.
What was the...
Oh, there he goes.
I was gonna
Into
say
the
something.
bug.
Oh yeah. So in terms of like gimmick gameplay on each stage, one of the other things, the one for this stage is you actually like play Space Harrier basically.
Oh.
Are you familiar with Space Harrier or not?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the gameplay gimmick for Wonderland is Space Harrier, and I'll tell you the gameplay gimmick for Olympus when we get there because it's pretty cool.
I know that one. That's the only gameplay gimmick I know.
I should say that while I think this game is relatively useless in the larger context of the series, in terms of like its plot ramifications, I do appreciate, let's just have some fun with goofy, hey, the entire concept of the series of Disney Final Fantasy crossover and stuff like that, this series does have a decent moment, a number of decent moments that are just have fun with this premise, and that's valuable.
All the strange occurrences taking place in these worlds are about the first journal in which Thank Nominee was written. But as far as I can tell, the second journal seems to be just fine.
Are you thinking
Okay.
Nominee may have something to do with it?
Well, I can't be.
Remember, they don't even know what happened to the first journal because nobody asked Nominee when she was there to elaborate on the situation. Mickey knows who she is because Riku told him, but he doesn't know what she did necessarily, so...
Hey, Alice, I'm back.
I hope you're here to help me. Remember what I've forgotten.
Of course.
That was a weird line read.
Yeah, that was a really big translation
Japanese
thing, yeah.
lip sync!
That was really bad.
Listen, I've made my opinion known. It's like, if it sounds bad, just ignore the lip sync and just do your thing.
It's such. This is the Cartoon Cipher, which is a YouTube channel that talks about anime stuff a decent amount. Shout out to I don't know, I don't want to be presumptuous and call him a friend, but there's a guy over there who that channel's a two-man team, and I chatted with and watched the videos of one of those guys when he was still a solo act, and we talk every now and then on the internet occasionally. He's a cool dude, but they do a lot of stuff about like the production of dubs and like the production of localization of anime. And they talked a lot about, like, there's an entire video that's just about, like, lip flaps. And, like, so why don't they edit lip flaps? Why don't they do this other stuff? Like, why don't they do Team 4 style stuff for, whatever else, right? Just generally looking in, it was like a 30-minute long video just looking into the entire, like, industry of anime Western adaptation and localization. And one thing they talk about in there is, like, noting that in Japanese productions, they don't even care about their own lip sync that much. Like, they don't even try to get stuff to match up that often, but just American audiences are more used to that sort of thing. So they just do it over here, even to the detriment of the performance, or having to really work hard to figure out how to make something work.
Only I decide who gets to look around or a square.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I want Sora to go, actually, I think that my opinion is valid due to this gun that I have. As we were talking about earlier, he just gets wired. I mean, it's like,
I don't see any cards around. Can she just like walk away?
It's the same situation we were talking about earlier, where it's like we're inside of a computer, just... Mickey, what do you need? Sora, what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
Just delete her. It's like, just delete the queen.
No, but we have to fix the data, Joey, to reveal the truth.
Like, what's the point of this?
This is a Neil Breen film. He has to reveal the truth.
Who cares?
Reach out to the truth.
Who cares?
Oh, hey,
I have hacked into the most secret government and corporate secrets.
God.
And no one knows that I'm doing it.
No one knows. Why do
no
they even...
one?
Oh, that's so dumb.
The hole's big enough that you can shoot through it.
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
I'm just leaving you. I'm abandoning you.
Don't
Feel free to just die.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
But I'm not. I'm worried about myself. This is also I didn't note this either. Not only new voice actors for Alice and whatnot, but in Kingdom Hearts 1, she only had the low res face that couldn't be fully animated, which means they did have to make a new model for her just for this. I guess they probably made a new model for her in Coded, because while I don't think she had any voice acting in that game, so you know how in Chain of Memories and GBA and also in Days they have like the little like sprite portraits of the characters. in Coded, they have fully 3D sprites that are and they aren't even in the little portraits like in Days. It's just like their torso up is in like the corner of the screen, and she had the tons of different expressions in that. So they had to make a new model for that character just for this game, which is kind of cool.
That must mean the door's still locked.
Undo the hurt to unbar the way. I guess there are other worlds in the journal that are still gonna need our help.
I wonder how Sora is doing. Your Majesty, do you think he's opened up a path to another world? Look! It's him.
Look! Oh boy.
Got you now.
Oh man.
Because he can just disappear again.
Got you this time.
Behind these glitches?
I got you this time.
This world has been connected.
Oh my god.
Tied. He already said that before, remember?
Yeah, exactly. He's doing it again though.
It's time for you to learn the truth.
Okay, then take off your hood.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Take off your hood then.
I am telling you,
God.
all this stuff was written by people who did not know how the game was going to end. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Sora's like, I got you now, and then he teleports away again.
Sora's
Just like I said he was going to.
Oh, no, he's going to go get it.
Oh, wow.
He's going to go get him.
Too bad Alice is dead
How
now.
are we gonna find out who he is?
What if you saw the session 13?
Don't worry.
I'm sure she got away. She's probably Alice is probably
Then we'll
fine.
know for sure. Oh,
Who's there?
Chip and Dale must have come back to rescue us.
Yeah, because they were able to do that.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
What?
you're here?
That voice. Mickey?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Hang on, is this actually... Oh, no.
This is hallucinations, right?
What are the implications here? Wait, so with this technology, can I make my Vocaloid waifus real?
No, reverse that.
Reverse it?
Yeah, they're in the computer.
Whoa.
They're in the computer.
Wait, so can I go into the computer
Yes,
then?
you can go into the computer with your Vocaloid waifus.
Heck yeah.
What? Oh,
What?
yeah.
Oh my god. That was so extra.
Not quite. Much like Sora there. I'm just zeros and ones that look like somebody.
Yeah, that's binary. We
Shut
know
up,
computers.
shut up. Listen, this is important.
Memories used to fill Jiminy's journal. But when they were pulled apart and then stitched back together, bugs appeared. It was these bugs that kept the book from being completely restored. Of all the possible vessels to protect the data, I was chosen from the journal's pages.
Yeah, you're super trustworthy within those pages.
Shut up, listen.
Transferred inside of me to shield them from corruption.
Bullcrap.
Oh my god.
So, in a way, what I really am is Jiminy's journal.
Yep.
Oh, my journal?
I am all of me.
Yeah, so this is not Riku. This is literally Jiminy's journal taking sentience and using Riku as an avatar.
Yeah.
Entry.
Imported? Where?
This is some next level bullcrap.
All right.
And I thought DDD was the one that was like Inception.
No, it's still the one that's like Inception.
Data escape? We're in the journal?
Dun, 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 dun.
Computers within computers.
Oh my gosh, they cut the hard line at the mainframe and they got out.
Is this what that big old bright light was where they're like, wow,
I
we're
assume.
getting sucked into
Listen,
the
Oh my
to the main
gosh.
How much do I look like I care?
Oh, and we're in the computer.
That actually looked pretty good. The depth
Yeah, that does
on
look
them
good.
on the screen and Goofy in the distance. That actually looked pretty good. However, that transition was super lame and hokey, and you
really was.
did not need it if you just had tried.
They could have just changed the voice back to normal.
Look at
Yeah, exactly.
Look at Data Sora back there. Wow.
What are you talking about?
Someone's trying to hack her! We're being hacked!
There won't be any way out for you.
Cut the hard line at the mainframe!
Insert that clip from NCIS.
The double when Abby and McGee are both on the same keyboard at the same time typing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hang
And
on.
then Gibbs just pulls the plug and it works.
Listen, to let everybody peek behind the curtain, the moment that we saw the word hacker, all of us like went from being slouched up and like leaned forward and was like, what?
A new pathway.
All of us were leaning back on the sofa and all of us sat up and took attention. That shut us the hell up.
Oh Lord. Oh God.
I
Why?
don't understand it all, but
I don't
I
understand.
don't
it at
understand
all.
any of this.
I think that was also, we've been recording for 50 minutes and I think that was the first time we peaked anything. Though that might have been Joshua typing on the table that caused it, I don't
that
know.
was me typing on the table for sure. It was hacking.
Another one we owe ya.
who says we're keeping score? We're all friends, right?
Yeah,
known these guys for
I've
20
never
minutes.
even met you.
Right.
I'm talking about he maze. You seeing me now? See you later. You seeing me now?
Problem is,
They both got a point.
I'm glad we're going back to our next fun Disney World.
That voice. Riku? I don't know. There's not much going on here.
Don't be so sure. One of the bugs interfering with the link
Is
is
this like
definitely an Olympus.
Star Fox Adventures? And this is
You're gonna have to find the keyhole where it's
someone coming in over the comms.
then.
Do you have to win the tournament to get the keyhole?
Yeah. Yes.
No.
No?
I don't know. Maybe, I forget. Maybe they do contextualize it as because you remember, like in Chain of Memories, you're technically doing a competition, but they say it's an obstacle course. You have to run through the tournament and run through the stadium and fight things, right?
Yeah.
And if you can fight each other if you want to, but it wasn't like actually a tournament. There is no actual tournament gameplay, but it's entirely possible that they contextualize the adventure as being a contest. I don't remember. We'll find out. Gosh.
Oh no, the bugs
Look at all
are
these bugs
blocking
that blocking the
arena.
door. I don't know what to do.
If only Urk was here, he could move the bugs.
If only Hercules was here, we could hack the bugs, get him out of the way. I don't know.
See, he can punch right through the bugs.
Was the one responsible for the whole mess.
It looks like
The
Kirk is getting
Colosseum
ready
labyrinth?
to kill Sora.
Wait, there's a labyrinth
Oh
underneath the
yeah,
Colosseum?
Kool-Aid is here. Yeah.
Why is there a maze?
Yeah, so there's a labyrinth that you have to navigate,
So
right?
what's the gameplay?
Oh my
The
lord.
gameplay gimmick is turn-based RPG, and your party is Sora, Hercules, and Cloud.
Are you hurt?
Really?
Which, to me, is the epitome of what this series should be all of the time.
Yeah.
Not specifically turn-based combat, but
Yeah.
my point of like
No,
the
yeah.
merging of all of the elements for goofy silliness, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh!
So you do have the standard combat, but a lot of this world is a traditional like ATB style, Final Fantasy IV to Final Fantasy 8 style combat system with
Kirk
these three.
just punched the sharp end of that Buster Sword.
Listen, he's a god.
That's
He's fine.
sick.
He's literally a demigod.
Yeah, he's a
Don't
demigod.
question it.
Not a god.
Oh, and he's dead now.
And Sora watched.
So everything he said about you is true.
Tell me your name.
My name's Cloud. No friend of heroes.
That's not true. You were friends with Zuxu.
But
What did
you
we ever do?
were
Zuxu.
a hero.
Seriously? I missed?
You didn't miss. He blocked.
No, you didn't miss at all.
Stay out of this. I told you this is my fight.
Oh, please. This stopped being about you ages ago.
What's that?
You couldn't even distract Hercules long enough for me to mangle his moussaka. Help like that? I'll pass.
Are you the one who did this to the Coliseum?
I wish I could take the credit, but this time, you got the wrong guy. Then who did? Sorry, Wonder Boy, but this maze has another keeper now. But hey, I'm a fair god, no? I'll stay out of your way. I mean,
Wait, you're a
why
god
work
and you
when I
don't
can
know
just
who
sit
did
back
this?
And
I
watch
mean,
you roll?
Greek gods aren't like omnipotent.
Yeah, but they know what's going on
back here.
usually. Unless it involves
So
an
long,
illicit
Spike.
affair. Then they don't know
Go
what's going
find
on
him.
usually.
And kick it.
What she knows is she didn't see nothing.
Nice guy. So he was just using me the whole time.
Does happen, it seems.
Hey, wait a sec.
I am noticing that while they upgraded Alice's face, they did not upgrade his KH1 model to give him a
not
real
at
face.
all.
What's his problem?
I guess he's just another victim of Hades' schemes.
That doesn't explain why his attitude stinks.
Oh, that's called Advent Children, Sora.
So if it's not Hades,
that's why his attitude
who could
stinks.
it be?
I still want to watch that one, though.
No, you don't.
I really do.
Yes, he does.
I
want to
really
watch it,
do.
and I want to watch it with you, Joey.
We have to do something about this. Otherwise, we're never gonna get out of here.
Guess we go back to the beginning then. Come on, you can follow me.
Alright, dungeon crawl then.
As you and Herc continued through the labyrinth, you found
Why
Cloud,
is their voice
surrounded by
Let's
Heartless.
read it.
Because that was a complaint. No, because people complained the first time around.
Really?
Yeah. Those are the complaints. Was hey,
I can't read, guys.
the complaints were the text segments are stupid and put in fight scenes. They put in fight scenes and they remedied the stupidity of the text segments by giving them voiceover because that was the problem.
That is obnoxiously red, like for a second.
Yeah. But that's kind of the aesthetic of the arena. I guess like, they want to create a ton of new assets for it, but they didn't fairly want to make it feel different.
It's that Super Wolf Blood Moon. It's coming in a few days.
Oh yeah, it's true. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
The
yeah.
The whip when the whip snake strikes.
So
You've
long,
gotta
gay
be ready.
Bowser. Oh. That's lame.
How are these three working together better than Ven, Aqua, and Terra did?
Well, it's Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. That's the way they
What did I
always
say?
say it. You said Ven, Terra, Aqua.
I said their names. Who cares?
See, you said it wrong.
I didn't say the wrong names.
That's like saying
which I did several
Donald,
times during the
Goofy, and
Breakfast
Sora.
Club.
They're never gonna work together well again if you say it wrong.
With all the right trappings. And what do? You go and ruin. You see, here's the thing about deadly mazes. You're supposed to die in them. But I guess this is going to take a more personal approach.
I have a theory. Hey, Herc, I think I know now how you make it as a hero.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, tell us, Sora.
Kill a god.
Yeah.
One still standing at the end.
Care to prove that theory?
That doesn't make any sense.
It really
doesn't make any sense at all.
If something bad happens and you're alive at the end, that makes you a hero, not a coward who hid. Think about that. By that logic, it's like, hey, I went and hid. I ran away when the trouble started, and I was the only one who was still alive. I am a hero. I guess you know what? To be fair, in some instances, that does lead to people being labeled heroes.
Yeah.
Even if it's unfair and inaccurate.
He just said, "How did you do that? What did he do? He just punched them."
Safe now.
Shut up.
We better go find Phil. He's probably pretty worried.
I was about to. It's,
what?
Restoration at 10%.
Dude, remember what I was saying about how... Remember, this was written over the course of 2 years. They changed their mind about what this was gonna be.
Oh man, the physical manifestation of Jiminy's journal is now
Flashbacks,
doing the brunt of the hacking.
Flashbacks and secret information about Kingdom Hearts 1 has now vanished and been replaced with data recovered 10%. We've already done like 3 worlds, dude.
Yeah.
Why are we just now introducing this?
Because they didn't think of it before and they don't know how
Deeper
to use
access
space
to
organization.
memories associated with the worlds.
And shown up on your monitor.
Man, I'm glad that Jiminy's journal was here to explain how IT works to these guys.
Itself, then it's really no wonder they're unfamiliar. They don't belong to any of us.
You know, I came in here willing to give this a fair shake, but like this is actually just so dumb.
This is terrible.
Like the whole, like conceptually and everything, it's like this is just a bad time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who are you?
In my brain, I want to be
Wait,
more...
this isn't part of the data?
No, it's not. Listen.
Pete's here? How do you get in?
Yankees in Georgia. How did you
Yankees
get
in Georgia. I never.
Came from the outside world. Well,
So everybody's getting in on the waifu technology.
Do you not remember that they were getting hacked? Who
Oh my-
else would be hacking them
Oh my
if not
Master
Pete?
Hacker Pete.
Right.
Quick, after him through the data portal.
God, we are getting... Our hacks are all up in your crap.
Where is he? If Mickey's concerned about him, then that must mean he's up to no good. Why is it so quiet? I thought this place would be busier.
Because we
It's
fixed
like a
it
ghost
and
town.
saved it.
In my brain, I like to think that maybe all of this is more acceptable in the context of just a fun phone game that has an update that pops up every couple of months across 2 years that you play for like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But then I also think the long wait for nothing to happen might be more annoying. I don't know. Who knows? It's difficult to say for sure.
Despite the bugs, you met Aladdin. That might be the best excerpt I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my god, Zawardo!
Tokyo Tomare.
The data magic lamp.
Tokyo Tomare.
A replica.
I did the pose when I said
He got the Riku replica of the magic lamp.
Pose.
I did a pose, sure. My point is that I did enough of a pose that I blocked my mouth, which probably messed up the audio of me going Tokimoto More. And I said it wrong that time, so now I butchered it.
He's not a real JoJo's fan.
I'm not a real JoJo's
You're
fan.
a fake Japan man.
You didn't play the fighting game before ever looking into the series like I did.
Fake Japan man. That is something you can track if you were watching all of our videos in full. Is Joey? I don't know anything about JoJo. I just played some fighting game with a random dude.
And that dude that controls bubbles.
So let me tell you about my favorite new stand that's in the manga. Literally 10 minutes before we started filming today.
Yeah, I was telling him about Coco Large in the English version of JoJo's.
Coco Jumbo, right?
It's Coco Jumbo, but Coco Large and his stand.
In the better version of it.
And his stand,
from
Mr.
Japan,
President.
So it's obviously better.
Have this old thing anyway. Unless maybe it's the treasure that he found in the Cave of Wonders.
Wait, hold on. I thought you said that the name of the turtle was Coco Jumbo.
Yes, but his stand is Mr. President.
Wait, the turtle itself has another stand?
Yes.
No, the turtle.
I thought the turtle was a stand.
No.
Yes.
No. The turtle is the stand user.
Who also has a key in his back that lets you go to
That's
a room.
his stand.
That's his stand. Has the key in his
the
bag,
White House,
idiot.
of course, Mr. President, the White House.
Wait,
no,
this is a different thing. This is not related to Ozone, baby.
Okay, all right, I forgot. That's that. Okay, so wait. So the key that goes into his back is the key itself is the stand?
Probably.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, he hasn't told us because he's a turtle.
Of course, I guess I should have predicted as much.
Magic at your service all day, 24/7 and 365. That's right. I'm all yours.
You're not Will Smith.
No, he wasn't.
Hold on, kid.
No, this is Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Because even before what's his face died.
Yeah, this is Homer Simpson.
What's the name of the man?
I don't know.
Robin Williams.
Thank you, Robin Williams. He didn't do the voice of the character in any of these.
Okay,
Though he did reprise his role in the sequel movies.
Just to clarify, I was not saying I don't know who Robin Williams is. I was saying I don't know who voice acts Homer Simpson.
Gotcha.
I apologize.
I'm totally freaking blanking on the name.
Thanks.
Castanella something.
Yeah, Frank something. Yeah.
Time unfroze. 8 seconds have passed.
Only the one who cast it can undo that kind of spell.
Aww.
Dan Castanella.
Yeah, Dan Castanella.
I'm sorry, kid. It's one of the ironclad rules. No interpretation. I have to do exactly what you say.
No, it's my fault. I should have been a lot more careful when I worded my wish.
Yeah.
No, don't say that. I didn't tell you about all the rules. I just let you start making wishes with no guidance. Okay, that one's a freebie. And wait,
What? Really? It's that easy?
I just happen to have a trace on a certain super creepy bad guy that you've been looking for. What do you say? How about another chance?
How is this plot so sloppy that they needed to give Sora 4 wishes to accomplish the nothing that he's going to accomplish?
Hey, Sora, here's what you do. Genie, fix the journal. What would happen?
Yeah.
What would happen with this digital genie? How much power does he command?
Why can't Jiminy just write another journal? I assume he remembers what happened.
Well, no, Josh, the point is to discover where the secret information is coming from, you fool. There was those stock sound effects. That was, oh boy, that was Lego Island 2.
Oh man.
Rickster's Revenge sound effects. Good stuff right there.
As I was eating my breakfast of Olive Garden this morning,
You're a disgusting creature.
I had a sci-fi movie on. I don't remember what it was, but every single noise that the monster made is noises that I've heard since I was a child in video games.
He must have found a way to infiltrate the world.
And also, desperate times call for desperate measures. Damn it. Okay, I had some Olive Garden in the fridge.
I was just joking. It's fine. My comment was going to be that in Chain of Memories we discussed how much wish power does Memory Genie have?
Yeah.
And my assumption would be that Genie's all controlling power over reality is limited to within the atmosphere of Agrabah.
Yeah.
And so then within the context of a memory world and within the context of a data world, that is contained to the context of those two locations. Never confirmed, but just a guess.
Genie, give me the secret knowledge of KH1.
Yo, what's the plan? Riku has a plan?
Reveal your dark secret.
Okay, well, we'll find out what his secret plan is on the next episode of Kingdom Hearts Recoded, because we gotta cut off recording here.
Wonderful.